Good morning and Assalamualaikum. I beat to Madam Ilya and to all my classmates. My name is Nurulsyarina Binti Rusni. I address myself as Sharina. I'm from MC 2421A. For persuasive speech, I'm going to talk about why we should love ourselves. Before I start, let me ask you something. What is self-love actually? Don't you think that self-love is very important in our life? And I believe, like not everyone in this world love themselves so much. So today, I'm going to talk about this topic. Some people would give their time and energy for someone who is not worth enough. Why? This is because the lack of idea on how important to love yourself.
Sometimes we misunderstood like how crucial to love ourselves and make ourselves as priority instead of anyone else. Research suggests that, however, that while our feelings about ourselves can certainly influence our feelings about others, the connection is more complicated than it may seem. Based on Christy Neff, the Associate Professor of Human Development and Culture at the University of Texas and pioneer of research on self-compassion, has shown that when our self-worth depends on outcompeting others, we actually become more insecure and anxious. If we fail, we become highly self-critical, adding to our misery.
The purpose of me choosing this topic, this is because I want to share with you guys about how crucial to love ourselves, especially at this young age. The fact that I chose this topic because it is something that familiar with ourselves.
Why we should love ourselves is so crucial, and we should not neglect about it because it is a core value for ourselves. How we bring ourselves and how we portray ourselves to people is matter. If we are not love ourselves or we have self-doubt, how other people are going to trust our words and actions? The most crucial part, how we are going to live happily and trust ourselves that we deserve to be happy without anyone else. It is not something that you can buy specific stuff for yourself or do specific things just to define that you love yourself. But for me, how you treat yourself as a person or human being, it can be everything just to make sure that you love yourself.
Here is a story of myself. When I was in high school, I was not confident enough. I always lived in fear and I thought that I'm not deserved to be happy and also not deserved to be loved by people. This is because I've spent my time and energy for someone who will not even deserve my kindness. Whatever that I do, I always put myself as a second, and other people's matter were my top priority until they took advantage of me. Since then, I realized that why self-love is very important, and I want to educate you guys, I want to share this with you guys, like how self-love is very important. Today, I want to encourage you guys to have this kind of belief why we should love ourselves. Firstly, I will talk about how self-love can affect your health. Secondly, we will discuss about why we should love ourselves can make us feel less insecurities. Thirdly, I will simplify why loving ourselves will lead to happy life. We should practically love ourselves since it can affect our health. Number one, loving ourselves can affect our body. When you love yourself, you will eat better and you will take care of yourself like you run the world. You give 100% time just for you because your body works so hard to keep you alive and letting you live your life happily. And that is why you have to take care of your body as in return. This is all about you. When you start to love yourself, when you start to love your body, you will appreciate everything and anything about you. Loving ourselves can affect our mind. By loving yourself will definitely give a huge impact to your mind. You let yourself to have a clear and positive mind. In fact, it's not easy for you to get influenced by negative thoughts. Now that I've shown you guys that by loving ourselves can give a huge impact to our body and also mind. Next, I'll continue my second point, why self-love is very crucial. When you truly love yourself, you will definitely believe in yourself and you will not compare yourself with other people around you. This is because you believe in yourself that you are the best version of yourself. Even if you're not good in class, even if you're not the best in class, at least you know you have done the best. After that, you will stop feeling self-doubt about yourself. Self-doubt can bring so much fear in our life. Sometimes we fear of being so generous because we always have this kind of thought where we are not good enough to many people. The insecurities is jealousy. Jealousy is not a good thing. Jealousy is an inevitable emotion that I believe pretty much every one of us will experience. Sometimes it can harm us. It is so frightening to experience this when we allow ourselves or when we allow the jealousy to overpower us. Now that I've stated, by loving ourselves can help us to feel less insecurities about so many things. Now I'm going to continue with the last point, which by loving ourselves should not be neglected, and we should take it as seriously. My last point is, by loving ourselves can lead to a happy life. Self-love can make you happier. When you start to love yourself and when you care about your feelings, then that's how you will find your never-ending happiness. When you love someone, obviously you want them to be happy, right? That means when you love yourself, you will do anything and everything just for you. By doing this, it gives you opportunity to live your best life. In fact, you will feel better and you will never self-doubt. Now, we have come to the conclusion. Number one, I have emphasized that by loving ourselves can affect our health, not only physical, but also mental health. Next, I have proved that by loving ourselves, we also can cope with our insecurity. The last one, I also have highlighted that by loving ourselves can lead to a happy life. If you're still confused why we should love ourselves, I hope that my points will clear everything up, that why we should love ourselves is so crucial. For me, it is something that we should not neglect. In fact, we should take it seriously and apply it in our life. It's necessary to always remember that by loving ourselves can give such a huge impact. Last but not least, I just want you guys to remember that whatever that you do, you have to be happy with it. I would love to mention Michael Jackson, who was an entertainer in music industry, took this matter seriously, as he thinks that I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be who I am. Thank you!